Namaste, beautiful souls. We're here to do the weekly vibe of the week, an intuitive shamanic tarot reading. Soul Dancer, the White Dragon here. Listen, we have an amazing lineup of stars today for the week ahead. I have never, and I mean I have never had such cards before, and most of them actually, yeah, all of them with the exception of two major arcana cards. This is just amazing. I'm going to try to go through them as fast as I can, making sense to not cause this reading, this vibe of the week to drag on. So we're going to start with it's just amazing. It's just amazing. We have five of wind, all right, and five of wind is telling you, hey, listen, chill out, calm down. You're getting pissed off, the frustration, you're getting red in the face, it's just too much. You want to pull your hair out and that sort of stuff. All right, okay, but you need to step back. You need to step back and chill. Take a chill pill. You're not being heard, so you need to approach the situation in some other way, or preferably disengage. That's what it's all about. I actually was going to do a general first to give you all, but it's too many cards. So I'm just going to dive right in. All right? So this is five of wind. And five of wind is about feeling defeat and tension, betrayal. All right? And nothing you do is working. Nothing you say is working. You are struggling to be heard. Now the card says learn to get along with others in a more harmonious way. In a more harmonious, productive way. I used to, when I put myself in it, I used to get pissed off, ticked off. But then I realized this is actually a card, because it's five of wind, and five is all about change and wind, the windy thoughts, the mental flatulence. What it's basically saying is you got to change the way you think about the situation. All right, this is really what it's all about. And in addition to which, you can disengage. Yes, I realize I used the word before like a few seconds ago. You can disengage and let it go. Because when you cannot be heard, when you are expressing yourself, perhaps in a knee-jerk way to a particular situation, and nothing that you say is working, perhaps it is time for action instead, because actions always speak louder than words. That way you get rid of the hot air, you disengage, you step back, and you become the observer. Five is the number for change, and change is all about you. The change is within you. Because when you see things in a different way, that is when you have changed. Okay? Then we go to the initiation card. And the initiation card epitomizes all the difficulties that we are now experiencing. This is a period of transition. And in a period of transition, it is really tough. Quite difficult. Painful. And yet, you have to go through it to come out on the other side. There is no choice. There is no choice at all. As I said, all of these cards are major arcana cards except for number 5, which was 5 of wind. All right? Because, why? Why does this initiation card come up? Because you are approaching the end of a cycle. So it seems like a period of darkness where everything is just so heavy. As if everything is on your shoulders, everything is falling on you, nothing seems to be working. But this is where, as Tony Robbins says, and Dean Graziosi, don't make things worse than they are. This is something that women in particular do. All the initiation is telling you that this is a period of healing as you shed the burdens, as you shed the weight, as you shed what no longer belongs to you. This card is about change and transformation. Change and transformation. That's what it's all about. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I'm going to assume that everyone is seeing the cards clearly because I'm not seeing it, the full card on the screen. But never mind. So this is initiation. You gotta go through it. You will come out on the other side bright and shining. You can be assured of that. And the more painful it gets, the more difficult it gets, as if you feel that you are squeezing through some branches of some trees that are so close together, you might be leaving skin behind. Don't worry. That is just a passage. It is just a passage. That is all. All right? Let your heart shine bright. Follow your guidance. Follow your guidance. Follow your guidance. Your guidance is your intuition. And I remind you all, your subconscious is the most powerful part of you. Your subconscious mind is the rest of the iceberg underwater that you can't see. Your subconscious mind knows everything. Your subconscious mind runs your body, your thoughts, your system, every single thing, all of your patterns, beliefs, etc. 95% of the time. Okay? So when that's the case, you need to make your subconscious mind your ally. How do you do that? It's all about emotions. Decide what you want. So as you are going through this period of initiation, you need to talk to it and tell it to give you some support, because your subconscious mind is connected to infinite intelligence, or God, the God in you, the God in you, the God in me. You are in control at all times, believe it or not. So you can ask for ease. Just make sure that you are feeling the emotion of desire when you are asking for whatever it is you want in the present tense, as if it is already happening. You will feel an easing the more you do it, I promise you. The next card is the High Priestess. The High Priestess, this doesn't surprise me, because actually for me, the High Priestess and the Moon card go together. I am not reading these cards in order. When I looked at them as I drew them, I actually almost systematically drew the cards in the major arcana cards in order, but the High Priestess card and the Moon card have a message for you all, and it is this. The High Priestess is telling you, that's this one, that it is time that you tap into your inner stillness. The pillar, the blue pillar that you're seeing here, what's that? What, I don't know what I have in my hand. The blue pillar that you're seeing here is your intuition and your intellect, your intuition, let's call it that. You want answers? There is mystery to be discovered. In the mystery, you notice the veils, the things that look like clouds, they are gonna break up and start dissipating, getting thinner and thinner during the phase of the full moon. And this is where, when Mother Sister Earth shines her magnificent light, this is where you will find gold. You will get the answers that you require. So you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention because it is all about the mystery and the answers that you will receive. Actually, I almost said the answers that you will see. It's about the answers that will be revealed in nature and between the veils. The inner wisdom that you desire and require will show itself. Pay attention to your dreams. This is where a lot of the information will come, and Mother Sister Earth, Mother Sister Moon, and Mother Earth, they are working hand in hand to assist and support you at this moment. So celebrate your creativity and imagination is what the moon card says. All right? You're going to find gold. Not necessarily physical gold, but you're going to find gold. Your inner wisdom is going to rise to the more to the surface. There is much for you to discover. When you are seeking, you always find what you are seeking. Then we get the Justice card. The Justice card, again, I know I got this card last week. The Justice card is precisely that. So I'm going to do it another way. The injustices that you are currently experiencing, they're gonna all be sorted out. You do have to have trust. You do have to have faith. You have to believe in something greater than you. You heard that? The Justice card is number 11. Not only that, you have to expect. You have to expect that everything is going to work out for the best for you. This is what the Justice card is telling you. There is something called the law of karma, and I mentioned it already last week. This is what justice is all about. The bad don't triumph forever. The mean, the cruel, the petty, they will never ever triumph. All of that is temporary. I can assure you of this. I can say this with surety. Shit don't last forever. Okay? That too shall pass. So, you need to use your wise judgment as you go through the process of transformation to discern what is best for you. And in that case, this is where your intuition is king and queen. Then we get the Empress card. The Empress card is a card of nurturing. It's also a card of drawing boundaries. And the Empress card, see the paintbrush? It's time to clean the slate. It's time to establish boundaries. It is time to say enough of the shit. I'm not having it anymore. It is time to nurture yourself. You put yourself first. Nobody comes before you. I am in a group right now where too many of the women believe that they are martyrs. In one particular case, this young woman was about to get married. Her wedding was planned for a recent, and the husband to be worked on a construction site, had a fall and broke his back. So she has now become his caretaker. Can you imagine the guilt? That's not what she signed up for. And yet everybody's telling her, you just need to go through it. They weren't even married. So I gotta go talk to her to tell her to get counseling. There's nothing wrong in not wanting to do it. There's nothing wrong in saying that I didn't sign up for that, and deal with the guilt, because it's the guilt, that shit that was taught to us very young, in order to control us, actually, because that was the belief of the elders who brought us up. but that has no place whatsoever in anybody's life. Guilt, regret, shame, those things have no place in anybody's life. All right? So this is where the Empress card comes in. This is a time for self-care. Would you believe that's a normal conversation? But they sound as if they are arguing. That's something I can't stand and I'll never get accustomed to in this country. They are very, very rough in the way they speak. But I know that all goes back to, um, believe it or not, the brutality and cruelty of slavery. This is why the majority of the citizenry speak to each other the way they do, which is why they show little regard and respect for others. It's really quite impressive. It's quite impressive. And they having a normal, regular, chatty, friendly conversation, but I'm sure you're hearing them. The Empress, this is where you create boundaries. All right? Because this is a card of life-giving abundance. You gotta give to yourself first. We come to another card that I got last week, the Dreamer card. This is number 1 in the deck. It's 0. The zero is the number for infinity, infinite potential, infinite possibilities. It's just an amazing card that speaks of new beginnings, free spirit, innocence, full potential, charm, wonderment, taking that leap of faith. You don't know where you're gonna land. You don't know how you're gonna land. But you know that there's this thing that's calling you, and you gotta go, you gotta do it. This is the time. This is a card about following your heart. There's nothing more I can say about this beautiful, exquisite card. This message is absolutely phenomenal, people. And yeah, this is a 0 card. Get in your ship. Leap into the water. Jump into the jump over the crevice. Jump into the crevice. Whatever it is that is calling you, go for it. Take that leap. Take the next step. Because taking a leap of faith is literally, it sounds scary because of the word leap. But taking a leap of faith literally means taking the next step, taking action. This is what Tony Robbins calls taking massive action. Just take the next step. Make the decision and just do something. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. It turns out badly, okay, fine. Like Matthew McConaughey said in a private interview that we saw, he just wants to know. And in order to know, you have to take the next step, which is the leap of faith. Take action, people. And because now I just intuitively laid out the cards, but here's what happened. You heard what I just said? The next card is the Chariot. And the Chariot is a card of power. It's a card that signals determination and drive. I am going to go to it. I am going forward, and nothing is going to stop me. I am rising out of the murk, out of the deep, dark depths into the light. Notice how dark it is and heavy below, but notice the light on top. And notice the rockets. It's rockets of desire, first of all, but it also signifies charging ahead, going forward. Listen, you got to take that leap and grow wings as you fall among the stars. That's as simple as it is. On either side of the red Chariot rocket are these purple. That is your intuition. Did you know that your intuition is the force that brings information to you from infinite intelligence, from your subconscious mind. This is such a beautiful thing to behold. Because I have been, oh, excuse me, I have been listening to a while. That was a release of energy. Wow. It actually felt like a little seed from here that left. I have been listening to a lot of teachers, and they say that the subconscious mind, or the information that is given out there, is that the subconscious mind is something bad. The subconscious mind is just filled with a program of patterns that we grew up with, but we can change them. We can create new patterns. And this is where, why did I bring that up? You make your subconscious mind your ally. That's it. I cannot emphasize that enough, beautiful souls. The chariot is number 7. This is all about spirituality. 7 is a magical number. 7 is a number that creates and destroys things that you don't want in your life. This card, I repeat, is about travel, drive, determination, moving forward, making progress, releasing your fears to achieve your goals. It is power, power, power personified. And this is where, some of you may already be feeling this vibe, if you're at this stage. Some of you, because we all aren't at the same stage in our lives. This is a beauty. This is all about spirituality. This is saying, yes, I'm for that. I'm going for it. The next card is the Wisdom Keeper card. Is number 5, change again. And the Wisdom Keeper, I got the Wisdom Keeper last week also. And the Wisdom Keeper is telling you to identify the false beliefs that you are living by. Because it is these beliefs that are messing up your life. We adopt the shit that we heard parents and others whom we grew up with tell us. We believe it, and we believe it not know, and they anchor themselves into our brain. We believe them. We had no choice. We were sponges, and we just absorb all of the crap. So now as an adult, it is time to identify what is not working. If you keep doing the same thing, it's like in this house here where I live. Thank God I'm soon to leave. They do the same thing all the time. They think the same thing all the time, and yet they expect a different result. What's that very smart man who said that doing the same thing over and over is a form of insanity? So I'm living in an insane place. Not that I was any different. It's just that I'm more aware now because of all that I'm learning, and I've been on this path for a very long time. So a lot has changed with me. I have changed a lot. I still have far to go, but I'm more aware, and that's the difference. And so this must be the case for you. You must create your own rules to live by. This is what the Wisdom Keeper is telling you. You must become your own authority. And when you get to that place, or as you approach that space, your intuition and your intellect is going to begin piercing through this heaviness of society's rules that were never yours in the first place. They begin obliterating the cultural rules, the cultural mores that had nothing to do with you, that you were brainwashed into accepting. You now, as an adult, have a choice. This is what it's all about. Becoming your own authority. It's magnificent and it is friggin' magical. What comes out of that? You recognize that nobody's opinion is important except yours. That's what it's all about, you know. That's what it's all about. When you begin living by your own rules, other people's opinions become irrelevant. Think on that. The next card is the Lover's card. I think I got the Lover's card last week as well. Mosquitoes are biting me. And the Lover's card is saying to integrate the masculine and the feminine. Opposites attract. But you see, when we say that opposite, I used to say it as a long time ago. When we say that opposites attract, it is not that two individuals, if we're talking about an intimate relationship, it's not that they are opposites, you know. It's just that their faculties, parts of their personality, their personalities are different, but their character traits are the same. Because, of course, their personalities must be different because they live different lives. But their character traits are the same. And that is when they meld. The Lover's card is saying this is about unity, partnership, making a decision, moving forward, and moving freely from the heart. It's sometimes a difficult card to interpret, you know. And I feel that I am missing something that you all need to hear. I read this last week. Use the card to arrive at a decision between the old and the new. But what I really want to read is, this Lover's card may represent a harmonious union or a coming together of opposites. The yin and the yang, the black and the white symbol. Now we come to the last two cards in the deck. This is the second card that is not a major arcana card from the reading. All others were major arcana. And this is the, where is this thing to slide? Okay. All right. And this is the Ten of Earth. New beginnings, people. New beginnings, new beginnings. This is a celebration. Yes! This is a celebration. To dance and swirl and twirl and just give it your all. Yes, everything has come together for you in a beautiful, harmonious way, and it's all about joy, celebration. The whirling dervishes from India, actually it's not just India, because I've seen whirling dervishes in Morocco, so I know, so they exist in the Middle East as well. Do you know, I wondered why the Middle East was called the Middle East before it was called Arabia. If you look at old maps, why is the Middle East called the Middle East? It's not East. And then I remembered these fucking white people again. Because they had the power, that's what they did. Palestine, or the Palestine is a perfect example. Palestine didn't even exist on the map except in Europe. But anyway, those are some of my pet peeves. But the whirling dervishes, this is a beautiful message. Ten of Earth, It's grounding, it's prosperity, it's joy, celebration, perhaps an inheritance, the card says, a gathering to sing and dance. And the final card in the deck, it doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't get any better than this. This is the star card. Oh my God. This is a beautiful way to end this reading today. Okay, I only went 10 minutes longer than usual. There were a lot of cards in this drawing this week. The star card. The star card is number 17. The star card is all about glory, joy, an awakening, feeling alive, new bird song. You know, the bird song that we hear in spring after winter and all the snows have melted, or even though all hasn't melted yet. The bird song awakening, the optimism, the energy, and feeling energized. The soul, the bird song is like the greatest expression of your soul manifesting itself. That is the end of the reading, for the vibe of the week, beautiful souls. Namaste.